Seiko is well known for so many different things, but their ability to create an awesome limited collaboration is one of my favorite. Welcome back to the channel for Right Time Watches here in Denver, Colorado. Today we're taking a look at an impressive series of collaborative watches between Seiko and collage artist Kosuke Kawamura. These watches are cased in the Seiko 5 sports case, but before we dig into all of its details, we'll invite you to subscribe to the channel so you catch all of our upcoming videos. The watch has familiar dimensions with a 42.5mm diameter and a 46mm lug-to-lug. It's 13.4mm thick and powered by the Seiko 4R36 automatic movement. As I mentioned, for this particular watch, Seiko teamed up with Japanese artist Kosuke Kawamura. He created two different watches with a similar look, the SRPJ41 and the SRPJ43. Each is a limited edition, the 41 being 3,000 pieces and the 43 being only 500. I feel like the Seiko 5 has become a fabulous platform for Seiko to create some really interesting and fun watches. Its predecessor, the SKX, became extremely well known for being modded in the watch community. Seiko has now taken that attitude towards this model and brought it in-house by creating so many different exciting models with this platform, including this fantastic limited run. The most unique design element about this particular model, and is definitely something you don't see often with Seiko, is a semi-skeletonized dial. I say semi because in this instance it's not a true skeletonized movement, but it is kind of a see-through dial in which you're able to get a look at the date wheel spinning behind. Teaming a watchmaker with a collaborative artist can often give new insight into what a design could look like, and in this instance it's turned out great with these two fantastic watches. This SRPJ43, the more limited of the duo, has a black side of the dial along with that teal color, and the SRPJ41 has that orange on the left. Both are paired with a beautiful orange sweeping seconds hand and of course that cool black and white bezel insert. They're cased in stainless steel and have Seiko's proprietary Hardlex crystal over top of the beautiful dial. As with the other Seiko 5 sports models, you do get 10 bar or 100 meter water resistance, which should be sufficient for most water activities. All that combined with a price tag under $500 US, and I think Seiko has a winner on their hands. Getting more hands-on with this timepiece, the first thing I notice is it is relatively heavy. It's a solid stainless steel case and bracelet, so it's got a bit of heft to it. That being said, the dimensions are always quite wearable with this model, and the sides of the case are curved, so they'll be very comfortable on the wrist. Being the Seiko 5 sports model, this watch is equipped with a unidirectional rotating bezel, which is typically used for dive timing. Although this one, with that unique insert, is not perfect for that activity, it does still have a lume pip, so if you need to use it at nighttime or underwater, you could. The movement operates in standard function. You just pop this crown out to the first position and you're able to change that date wheel, which is the most exciting part of this watch, as you get to see the whole thing spin behind that see-through dial. The bracelet is a standard 3-link design with a primarily brushed finish. The stainless steel clasp has a fold-over here on the top and has a double push-button release and has Kosuke Kawamura's signature engraved on top. It is a pressed metal clasp, which I know not everybody loves, but it will certainly do its job. The case back continues to have that signature on it and has kind of a smoky glass with a slight see-through to the movement inside. The 4R36 movement, which is housed underneath this case back, is a very nice movement. It's affordable, which helps keep the cost of the watch down, but it does its job and is definitely reliable. Holding these watches side by side, it will absolutely come down to a matter of opinion on color and which one you prefer. It is nice to have the more limited piece, but you're not going to go wrong with either one of these, as they're both affordable and very attractive. Lume is normally a standout feature on a Seiko timepiece. For this one, it's a little bit more than adequate. The hands and lume pip are very visible, but because of that glass see-through dial, you don't have lume anywhere else. These timepieces are a standout on nearly any wrist. I have an 8-inch wrist, and you can tell that there's tons of space for wearability on my wrist. Despite its broader stance of 42.5mm, many with a smaller wrist will find this supremely wearable due to that quite short 46mm lug-to-lug distance. As stated before, it's a little bit heavy, but I do enjoy the heft of feeling a watch on my wrist. All in all, I'd say I'm very impressed by this duo of watches from Seiko. Having such a fun, limited edition with a great collaborative artist usually would price some people out of the market, but they've kept this right in line with their Seiko 5 pricing strategy, and I think it fits and makes this extremely accessible for so many. This watch is cool, it's fun, it's attractive, and affordable. If you'd like to purchase one of these watches, please reach out to us as they are limited. If you'd like to purchase any of our other watches, please visit us at righttime.com. As always, thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll see you next time at Right Time.